Nefertiti was an Egyptian queen who lived during the 14th century BCE, and is often considered one of the most powerful and influential women in ancient history. Her reign was marked by significant changes in religion, art, and culture, and her legacy continues to captivate and inspire people today. Early life and family. Nefertiti's exact date of birth is unknown, but it is believed that she was born around 1370 BCE, during the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III. She was likely the daughter of a high-ranking official, possibly a vizier or governor, and grew up in the royal court in Thebes, the capital of ancient Egypt. Little is known about Nefertiti's early life, but it is believed that she may have received a formal education, as she was known for her intelligence and education later in life. She also likely received training in courtly etiquette and the arts of dance, music, and poetry. Marriage to Akhenaten. At the age of around 15 or 16, Nefertiti married Amenhotep IV, who would later become known as Pharaoh Akhenaten. Akhenaten was the son of Amenhotep III and his queen, Tia, and was known for his religious and political reforms. Nefertiti and Akhenaten had 6 daughters together, but no sons. This was unusual for a royal couple in ancient Egypt, as the birth of a son was seen as essential for securing the succession of the throne. However, Nefertiti's influence over Akhenaten and their joint religious and political agenda would prove to be a powerful force in their reign. Religious reforms. One of the most significant changes that took place during Nefertiti and Akhenaten's reign was the religious revolution that they spearheaded. Prior to their rule, the main deity worshipped in Egypt was Amun, the king of the gods. However, Akhenaten and Nefertiti introduced a new monotheistic religion, centered around the worship of the sun disk Aten. This was a radical departure from traditional Egyptian religion, and was likely motivated by Akhenaten's desire to consolidate his power and undermine the power of the traditional religious elite. The worship of Aten was seen as a way to connect the royal family more directly with the divine, and to promote a more egalitarian vision of society, in which all people could communicate with the gods. Nefertiti played a key role in promoting the worship of Aten, and was often depicted in art and sculpture as offering incense and flowers to the sun disk. She was also given a number of religious titles, including Great Royal Wife and Mistress of Upper and Lower Egypt, which emphasized her importance in the religious and political hierarchy. Art and architecture. Another significant change that took place during Nefertiti and Akhenaten's reign was the rise of the Amarna style of art and architecture. This was characterized by a more naturalistic and expressive style, with elongated proportions and exaggerated features. Nefertiti was often depicted in this style of art, which emphasized her beauty and grace. One of the most famous depictions of Nefertiti is the bust that bears her name, which was discovered in the workshop of the sculptor Thutmose in 1912. The bust is made of painted limestone, and is considered one of the most exquisite examples of ancient Egyptian art. Nefertiti and Akhenaten also built a new capital city, which they called Akhenaten, meaning horizon of the Aten. This city was designed to reflect the new religious and political. Nefertiti is often considered one of the most beautiful women in history. Her iconic image has captivated people for centuries, and her legacy as a symbol of beauty and grace continues to endure today. However, the mystery and controversy surrounding her beauty has also led to much speculation and debate. Origins of Nefertiti's beauty. The exact origins of Nefertiti's beauty are unknown, but it is believed that her features may have been the result of a combination of factors, including genetics, cultural practices, and the ideals of beauty in ancient Egypt. Nefertiti was likely of Egyptian origin, and was likely the daughter of a high-ranking official. It is possible that her parents were both from noble families, which may have given her access to better nutrition and health care. In addition, ancient Egyptian culture placed a high value on physical beauty, and many practices, such as the use of cosmetics, hairstyles, and clothing, were designed to enhance a person's appearance. Nefertiti would have been raised in this culture, and may have been taught to value and cultivate her own beauty from a young age. Features of Nefertiti's beauty. Nefertiti's beauty was characterized by a number of distinctive features, which are often depicted in art and sculpture. These features include elongated neck. Nefertiti is often depicted with a long, elegant neck, which was considered a sign of beauty and grace in ancient Egypt. This may have been achieved through the use of necklaces and other adornments, or may have been a natural feature of her anatomy. High cheekbones. Nefertiti's cheekbones were high and prominent, which gave her face a sculpted and elegant appearance. This feature was often emphasized in art and sculpture, and may have been achieved through the use of makeup or other cosmetic practices. Full lips. Nefertiti's lips were full and shapely, which was considered a sign of sensuality and femininity in ancient Egypt. This feature was often emphasized in art and sculpture, and may have been achieved through the use of lipstick or other cosmetic practices. Straight nose. Nefertiti's nose was straight and proportionate to her face, which was considered a sign of beauty and symmetry in ancient Egypt. This feature was often emphasized in art and sculpture, and may have been a natural feature of her anatomy. Almond-shaped eyes. Nefertiti's eyes were almond-shaped and slightly angled, which gave her face a mysterious and alluring appearance. This feature was often emphasized in art and sculpture, and may have been achieved through the use of eye makeup or other cosmetic practices. Controversy and speculation. Despite her enduring legacy as a symbol of beauty, there is also controversy and speculation surrounding Nefertiti's appearance. Some historians and scholars have questioned whether Nefertiti was as beautiful as she is often depicted, or whether her beauty was exaggerated or even invented by later artists and historians. There is also debate about the accuracy of Nefertiti's portraits, which may have been idealized or altered for political or religious reasons. For example, some scholars believe that the famous bust of Nefertiti was actually a political propaganda piece, designed to promote the image of Akhenaten and his religious reforms. Recent developments. Despite the lack of a definitive discovery, recent developments have renewed hope and interest in the search for Nefertiti's tomb. Some of the most significant developments include the Luxor Temple excavation. In 2021, a team of Egyptian archaeologists announced the discovery of a previously unknown section of the Luxor Temple, which may have been used for the burial of royal queens. While it is not yet clear if Nefertiti was buried in this location, the discovery highlights the potential for new findings in previously unexplored areas. The Valley of the Kings scans. In 2020, a team of Italian archaeologists conducted a ground-penetrating radar survey of the Valley of the Kings, which revealed the presence of several potential tombs and chambers. While it is not yet clear if any of these discoveries are related to Nefertiti, they provide a new focus for future exploration.